Well, guys, in a matchup of Auburn and Arkansas, you always know the running game is going to play a very big part for both teams, especially for Arkansas. Brandon, we've seen the Auburn defense struggle against the run all season. Arkansas not as strong a running team as they have been. Obviously, one of the running backs was hurt very early, but nevertheless still going to pose a pretty big challenge to a rush defense that's had a pretty rough time all year long.
Yeah, and what makes this more interesting is that Brandon Allen's actually playing pretty well at the quarterback position, especially teams that can't pass rush like this certain Auburn football defense. So that could be a very long time. If they could set up play action, and Arkansas is going to be moving up and down the field, I think, with relative ease in front of their home crowd. And if they get that run game going, of course, that's going to help Brandon Allen so much more. And Alex Collins is one of the best backs in the league. Obviously doesn't get talked about a lot because of Leonard Fournette and Nick Chubb and all that. And Nick Chubb's obviously out right now. But Alex Collins is a legit top 3 running back in the SEC.
Yeah.
And Auburn struggles against big-time running backs.
And we saw that last week with yet another one where Stanley Boone Williams for Kentucky comes back, and for whatever reason they forgot he was in the backfield in the second quarter. They didn't run him at all. But before that, he had a really big day, especially in the first quarter. He went off against this Auburn.
Right, he had that 60-yard run there in the first quarter, and obviously we talked to Will Muschamp tonight, and he said that's not what you want to see pretty much right off the bat in a game. But yeah, Boone Williams, I mean Tyler Irvin from San Jose State, Leonard Fournette. I mean, there's just been
quarterbacks with Louisville.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson. I mean, Auburn hasn't been able to stop the run against anybody yet. And when you're going up against a guy like Alex Collins behind that offensive line that Arkansas has, which is the biggest in football, college or pros, I mean, it's just not going to be easy for Auburn.
No, and the one where they had the best statistical showing, Mississippi State, was a game where Will Muschamp spoke tonight about misleading statistics. That was misleading statistics.
Yeah,
because State was not trying to run the football.
Yeah.
State was trying to pass, especially early in the game. They only had 3 first-half possessions, and Dak Prescott threw it at will. And at the end of the game, not literally, not figuratively in another way, but they threw it at will against this Auburn defense, whereas in the second half, it became about just ending the game. And when they needed to convert a third down, then they had to throw as opposed to even try and run. It was longer conversions. They weren't even trying to run. When opponents have tried to run against this team, they've been able to do it very successfully. I think Arkansas will be another team to do that. It will be another big challenge for this Auburn defense.